What's up, everyone? Welcome to Pomerania. We have a super high level game today between Ketterboy over here in the east playing as French versus Frontline in the west playing as the Dutch. Each of them picking up their opening treasures, 40 coin going over for Dutch. That'll help them with the age up. And French picked up 40 XP. And he's heading out onto the map. Already discovered the native post here. Scouts crossing paths. Looks like a little bit of damage will be done to the native scout, but another 50 coin treasure going the way of Dutch. French headed to the TP line to build a trade post, and looks like he is going to go for a 12-10. There is a lot of water on this map, and 4 whales, an island up above with a couple copper mines, so not a ton of coin, but a nice extra amount in case you do get to the point where mines are running out. And some interesting natives as well. House of Wetton can give you a cheaper age up, potentially. Maybe for a like an FI or semi-FI type of thing. And House of Vasa as well, which is usually one of the more popular natives for the Torp wagons. That give you population and basically an additional villager each. So let's see if anybody goes for it. It's most likely going to be French, because Dutch usually doesn't have that type of resources in the bank to, well, build the banks and then also deviate from the typical build order. So we'll see. And another 85 XP looks like it's going to go to Cutterboy. So really good XP treasures early in the game. Going to get those CDB a little bit quicker. Yeah, because Dutch is just sending his vills now. So wow, you can really see the impact of the XP, the trade post as well. But XP treasure initially, and Ketterboy is going to be up pretty soon. He's got some idle time, yep, for sure. And this Ville, I think there's just misrallied there because there's no hunt up. Maybe, yeah, no hunt up there, and there shouldn't really ever be. It's always on the bottom, to the bottom, well, and towards the edge of the map, like the Dutch one here. There was a couple hunts there. Stacked up. Let's see if he sees that. He sees part of it, so yeah, he's gonna get that eventually, surely. All right, Ketterboy. Let's take a look real quick. I wanna give myself the smooth drag. There we go. Okay, but take a look at the decks. French have a water deck, but it's not crazy. It's just got the caravels, frigate, and improved warships in case he needs to fight over water and probably H2. So kind of interesting that he's using this deck against Dutch. Maybe just a little bit lazy in the deck selection or building to not have one. Because improved warships, you could definitely have wilderness warfare there instead. But H2 and 3 very stacked with shipments, military shipments, a lot of, basically all the ones you're looking to send in H3. So missing a lot of economic upgrade cards, but I mean that's not something you often see with French, especially versus Dutch. It's usually a military focused gameplay, but yeah, interesting. I wonder which ones I would typically have instead of like these naval cards. I don't know. We're not missing the cav upgrades, so well that's nevertheless, let's head over to Frontline. He is up with 15 Vil age up, and he's got Pond-AI. Whatever that is referring to, I don't know. But he's got Bosniaks. He's got a fort wagon. He has caravels and a frigate as well, but no improved warships, which I think kind of actually makes more sense. Unless you intend to or think you might be fighting over water late in the game. And also has military reforms, which helps. More speed, but less attack versus infantry. Yeah, so 700 wood coming first from him. He's got a little bit of an excess villager amount on coin. It makes me wonder if he's going to go for a stable here, because you've already got 200 coin in the bank and making a vill, so you can queue up 2 more. This makes me think, and a villager over here on berries, very interesting at the moment. But I'm thinking stable after he drops this bank. Let's see, because you don't usually gather that much coin. We'll come back to it, but Ketterboy over here He got the quick age up, got the 4 CDB in already. Sub 5 minutes, and the second shipment already on the way, almost here. In a stable. He's got steel traps. I believe he's most likely got placer mines as well. 700 wood coming in. He's going to go, I think, 3 TP stagecoach would be my assumption. Frontline. Oh, very, very interesting build. Okay, so I was correct in that he's going stable there. So just a 2 barracks, the market from 700 wood, and 8 pike. Extremely interesting. But let's take a look at what he scouted. He sees a stable, he sees a church, and obviously he sees a TP. So he's thinking he's got some time to either potentially catch the opponent's Hussar and building a barracks. Does he have hunting dogs? Not yet, but I'm sure it's going to be coming up very soon. He might be able to get 5 cav, leaving 2 pike at home and sending 6 off to try to intercept, I suppose, or go for the trade post. Looks like he's going to get intercepted. Takes a little bit of damage. Very, very nice micro by Ketterboy, capitalizing on a little bit of, I guess, just not paying attention from his opponent. But I mean, that's high level, very high level to get some damage, and very risky too. But he knew, he saw the angle and he watched them for a little bit, so he knew they weren't very much focused on. And only gets 3 Huss. I think he saw 3 Huss and only wanted to get 3 Huss. Wow, that is a bold Minutemen call. Pikemen, we're thinking about going back. So much is happening right now. This is a very interesting situation. A not blind Minutemen, but just to kill a pike, and 3 more Huss coming. Let's see it real quickly. That's from the stable, not the shipment. Will the Dutch Huss be able to escape this? The Minutemen might not be able to get too much value on these pike. They do get a good angle there, though, and they're going to get at least 2 or 3. There's 2 right now. And the Explorer with the snare, so good. Huss gets snared, and Ketterboy is on a roll right now. Killing, what is that? There was 6 here. Killing 4, soon to be 5 pikemen and 1 Huss, just for the cost of Minutemen, which are still going to be alive and be able to do damage at range, because there are no ranged units for Dutch at this point. Oh, okay, so he's going to save one of those pikes. So 4 pike and 1 Huss for Minutemen. Yeah, that's pretty good value, especially when you can keep your TPs up. The stagecoach is in, by the way. So it was 700 wood and then 700 coin. He got a batch of 3 Huss and then 3 more Huss. But here now we have 7 Huss from Dutch. The Minutemen are still alive, spread out. 3 go down with 1 trample. 2 more going to go down with a second trample, so there's just 1 remaining. He's going to get a little bit of damage, but very good. And it looks like some pikemen. Oh no, those are the original 4. Nothing trained there. I think that Minuteman actually got another Hussar. That's pretty wild. But so Dutch, his build order was 700 wood, 8 pike, 1 bank wagon, 700 coin. They're both going for the semi-FF. He's got 4 banks. He has hunting dogs only, no steel traps. And it looks like he does have placer mines as well. So he's going to be clicking up very soon. Going over to wood, going to get a second military production facility. And looks like at least 1 TP. Oh, wow. French is already up. 1K wood is coming in. Did not think that, I did not see that age up notification. It must have happened during that little skirmish. But Dragoon is going to be coming out pretty soon. He's already got another shipment stack. That's pretty insane. So 1 TP does go down. The goons are here though, and I think Frontline senses that it's probably about that time that a batch of goons is completed. So he's gonna get his military back, save them, and wait to defend. Looks like, I'm curious what Ketterboy is gonna do with this 1K wood. I'm thinking probably a TP. Maybe a TC, or maybe a dock. So it is being collected right now. Oh, we were on his perspective. There it is. And eight skirmishers coming as well from the home city. Ooh, he did finish that batch of goons. Very nice. Just in time. Getting a pike here for free. Barracks is finally being dropped down. 3rd TP is up. Still has some excess wood. Curious what he's going to be doing with that. He's really focusing on the micro here. I think he got a couple pikes, but lost a goon there and a little bit of idle time at home. But now he's got about 8 dragoons on the map. 9. There's one that was separated. And our Dutch player has a few skirmisher, just, I mean, 4 different military types right now for frontline. 9 Reuters on the way, so going aggressive military shipment first. He did get that 5th bank. Oh, very interesting. He was able to get that 5th bank. Must have gathered quite a bit or bought from the market for that, because he did get the 2 from the age 1 and age up. But we have a fight going on here, so let's get to this. I think the advantage goes to Ketterboy here. He's got the skirmisher advantage and probably even amount of dragoons. So just, yeah, he has the range advantage. So frontline is on the run, trying to escape here without losing too many skirms, but I think they're all going to die. Really good micro, good pull tricking by both players, but French just getting the little advantage here. And this could snowball pretty quickly, but there are some reinforcing skirms now. And it looks like frontline, he needs, I want to say he needs another barracks. I mean, you're, as Dutch, 5 banks, you should probably be able to, I mean, usually you want to send either 1k wood or coin. Wow, he doesn't have 1k coin, holy cow. But usually, if you can get those in, you can definitely go 3 military buildings, sometimes even 4. So just being 2 right now, he hasn't sent those crates, so that could be a little bit difficult, but I think he needs to squeeze in a little bit more I mean, sending back-to-back military shipments kind of fills that space. So nice little pickup on the Hussar, but a goon going down as well. Okay, so 8 skirm on the way. He's going to try to get that skirmisher advantage. And there is that second TC for Ketterboy. That's what that extra wood was used for. 3 TP stagecoach on coin at the moment. 2 Falcons coming in and Curs being queued up. I'm not really a fan of this, especially when you combine it with the Falcons. The only thing I can see the real like strength of this could be is getting that snare. Like when you're in a fight, maybe the skirms are too close, you get a good shot with the Falcons, and you want to keep that fight going, and you want to snare with the Curs. I could see that, but there's so many Reuter, and against Dutch in general, and this early, where it's not combined with other Curs, like from a shipment, it's not a, I don't think it's a great timing, but we'll see. I mean, Ketterboy is one of the best for sure, and it is a scary army, no doubt. Let's see how this is executed. He's getting a good angle here where it's going to be tough for the skirm to ever find a way out of this. But let's just take a look and see how one... I think 1 Cur has gone down. Yeah, 1 is down already. A few shots from the Falcons so far, but frontline escaping this pretty nicely and almost taking out the CP. That's what he wants to do. Well, that Huss is going to try to get the last 100 HP on it. Ooh, now we're in a... Oops, excuse me on that quick zoom. But some more reinforcing skirm. Very interesting situation here. 71 HP, but the Huss goes down. Is there an Explorer? Explorer is down as well, so we can't get a sneaky Explorer siege. But 5 more Cur. Will he go Cav Combat or 3 Cur here? I'm very good. Cav Combat, okay. I like that. Now, but if you see this as frontline, this is like, I don't know. I kind of like it when the French goes more Cav heavy. Man, he needs another military building. Going veteran. Whoa! Very unusual, in my opinion, situation here. Shipping Huss and going vet Huss in this situation. I guess he likes the extra military types. 3 unit composition is usually better than 2, but he's adding in helps as well. And this, you know, the Huss, they can definitely keep the Falcons from ever escaping, so that is a positive there. But if you could just go almost pure Reuter here with just a small amount of skirmishers on the field. But here we go. It looks like we might have an engagement. The military is just so separated. It's a very interesting positioning here. Let's take a look at some of the vision. I think frontline is trying to locate his opponent right now. doesn't really know where they... maybe they both don't really know where each other are, because those skirm are really going forward. It's kind of... You wouldn't guess that all your opponent's military was up here. So, okay, I think Ketterboy's probably like, all right, I need to protect these Falcons. Let's get this situated. Let's get another batch. Oh, he's going back to goons and not fully utilizing the barracks. Quite a few vills on berries. This map does seem to run out of hunt fairly quick, unless you go all the way on your opponent's side. So not the most efficient gathering here, and that's a lot of... That's 18 villagers on berries. That's 0.83. That is a lower gather rate than hunt without any upgrades. That, I mean, that is pretty weak. So yeah, he needs to, I don't know, maybe we get to the point where natural resources become a little bit expensive for French, but Dutch to have the bank. So composition's filling in. 5 Halbs now, 10 veteran Hussar. Do they have Cav Combat? No, he probably wants to wait for that. I would think that's going to be right now. Yep, there it is. It's almost like I clicked it for him. TP was repaired, but 10 Halbs are on that now. Falk's getting a nice couple shots there, taking out 1 skirm each, and then a nice lock-on, getting some more value. Ooh, we should buy for finishing the batch. Looks like he almost was able to, just getting 4 Hus though. Alright, so they do now know where each other's army is located. 1 TP does go down. Explorer's coming away with that rescue as well. And man, these guys are just posturing for positions. It's going to be interesting to see what type of role these deer and the mine might play in this fight. And I think Frontline, if he sees this, he's going to go. Oh, no, okay. Very good closing for Ketterboy, shielding those Falcons. But the veteran Hussar going in. Lots of Dragoon and a nice flank from the south with the Halbs. Huss getting in an okay position. Reuters doing quite well against the Kurs. Falk's getting really good shots though, and I don't know. It's really tough to call at this point. Still, decent amount of goons. The Huss have fallen, and even though the goons were taking melee damage, they have stood up and faced those veteran Hussar. Very close fight, but the range composition, the range advantage is definitely going to be in French's favor here. The Halbs ran past a little bit there. Apparently there was this, I mean, it was a lot of control groups, a lot of different military units, unit types, so tough to control that. But yeah, I think it's tough to say the value, who won that value wise, but the range advantage is very much so in, obviously, Ketterboy's favor. It depends how he's going to round out this composition. But he does have the two TCs that have been working for quite a while, so his economy should be ahead at this point. He's adding in a second stable. You got a 5 batch of Kurs. He's adding goons. So, okay, he's trying to still get a pretty balanced 3-unit composition here, and I think that's why he's adding the stables, because he's got so many skirm. He just wants to add in the unit to protect them. So, and then he's now, speaking of protecting, he's protecting this mine. He's realizing at this point the natural resources are really starting to run out, having to go to the middle of the map, both players, and just checking the mines, see what he has under his control. And this is where it's going to get a little bit interesting, because even though the eco advantage is definitely with French, as he's getting his arsenal to note, counter infantry rifling, wow, that's kind of expensive for just being against Halbs, but Bosniaks have made it out now. And did I hear an arsenal going up for Dutch as well? Yes. Bosniaks are going in. They are committing. I think it's time. A huge cav timing push. 7 veteran Hussars as well. And there's maybe not enough Dragoons here. Skirmishers getting in there, trying to take the fire and take out these French Dragoons. Reuters getting in there to tank some damage as well. A little bit sketchy micro from Frontline. Units running around a little bit too much, but I totally understand these veteran Reuters going in. Oh, only gets a 1 batch of Hussar there, but the Reuters tanking damage, so it's harder to just attack, move. But wow, yeah, just soaking up damage. These Bosniaks getting some kills, getting some promotions, and all that's left is skirmishers here. Speaking of trying to balance that composition earlier, Ketterboy was not able to do that sufficiently. I mean, that was a really good cav timing. the 6 Bosniaks, and then 7 veteran Hussar with Cav combat. Really good. And he may have also had the arsenal upgrade. I wasn't able to catch that in time. I think he might have just built it, though, as that fight started, so can't say for sure. And then look at this. This is really nice, too. Being able to send Religious Freedom and get Red Lancers out of this is going to be super useful. And I think we are getting to the point where oh, here comes Cav Kurias. So, yeah, he did not have that. Oh, man, imagine with... Because I think that affects Bosniaks. We will definitely pay attention to that to see if that is a fact. 728 HP for the Bosniaks at the moment. But he's going to have another really nice Cav timing. But what I was just about to say is that French is out on the map. They're trying to control the last remaining hunt. And that's where it's going to get very interesting. Okay, so that Cavalry Cuirass does affect Bosniak. So, man, if he could have somehow fit that in a little bit earlier. Oh, and now he's going Saxon Kurs as well. They're basically the same as Kurs from French. I think with Cav Combat, they probably have a benefit from that as well. Double dot going down for Ketterboy, as the point that I was making about the hunts running out is really coming into effect now. As Dutch uses much less food, they have some stored up and some hunts that have not been depleted yet. Here come the Saxon Kurds. Oh, he canceled it and requeued it. I really like that decision, repairing the trade post. And so he's looking for a pop here, a really good pop. And there's the Red Lancers. Holy cow, they are scary. Look at that, 64 damage, 1.2 multiplier against skirmishers. And what is that, over 700 HP? Holy cow, this is starting to look really, really tough for French, even though he's up in score. Frontline also adding in a dock and fishing boats. I think this map is really nice. I mean, you have so much different types of play. You can go stagecoach. We're seeing them all right here as well. Natives, stagecoach, water, fighting all over the map for the hunts and the mines. Really fun map, and it's only 20 minutes, so this stuff happens quite early compared to some other maps. A really interesting push here by Ketterboy, going with Kurs and Goons. I guess the entire army of Frontline is distracted on the front line of the battle, and losing Vils in the back, really bold decision, and he's gonna get some Vils for it. However, his skirms are completely exposed. The Red Lancers, the veteran Hussar, and the Bosniaks are marching forward, and these skirms are gonna be going down very, very quickly, falling to their death in the river, as these dragoons were just not in position. However, oh my gosh, okay, this entire army is getting cleaned up. But what I was about to say, to give Ketterboy a little bit of hope here, is he does have 75 Vils. He killed some Vils, and he's taking over water. He's getting a frigate. So maybe he's just looking for like a huge eco lead where he can just keep spamming units and his opponent kind of fails to do so. So we will have to see. The frigate is going to help out defending here as it makes its way to that little river, but can't go in there, so it's going to stay right there along the edge of the water. A tavern added just for the trickle, and an estate going up because the coin mines are too dangerous to go for. He actually hit the trade post line on food. I think he needs to change that back to coin if he does remember to do so. Bookkeeping coming in from the estate. There are the Saxon Kurs, 600 plus HP, 20% range resist. So they actually are better than a French Kur. What? How? How is that? Is there an upgrade here that I'm... Or is it because... Oh, I think just these Kurs, they Shadow Tech from H2, and these ones must Shadow Tech from H3, I suppose? That's wild. And they... What about the attack? They have the same exact attack and siege. These ones are just flat out better. A little bit more HP. That's pretty wild. Wow, okay. All right, so anyway, Orda Vasa was utilized and it just expired. Now some Royal Arcs coming from the native posts over here, the House of Vasa. So both natives getting used. This game has everything in it. TP line runs out, that mine runs out as well. Double Kur batches. The frigate is trying to take out this dock. Wow, this is going to be quite the timing, and the cavalry is marching in. Veteran Arcs making their way over. No native cards in here, though. That's what I really was disappointed not to see. Instead of improved warships, to see wilderness warfare could really benefit natives and the skirm. He's got so many of these units he's been using all the game. Now, Outpost is going to scout this huge Kerbatch heading to Dutch's home base. Let's take a quick villager count. As the Frigg it's about to go down, actually. I think it's oh wow, that's an industrial age up from Dutch. Okay, 74 eco pop. Ooh, an upgrade here that I'm not exactly sure what it does, but looks like Ketterboy is pushing in right now. 45 eco pop for Dutch with the 5 banks. Did he add 2? No, okay. And range cavalry Caracol coming in with the 2 heavies. There's a large number of Reuters. He's looking to upgrade them to age 4 status, but I think we're gonna have an engagement here as the Red Lancers, the Bosniak, and the Kurs clashing with the French army. The Goons still alive, but they are dropping pretty quickly. Skirm are taking them out very nicely. And I think Dutch is looking really good here as the heavies are rolling through. Wow, look at that score lead suddenly, and huge blast, and that French army is completely erased. And I think it is just, and there is the GG. Well done by Frontline. I mean, he was looking kind of behind, especially early with those small engagements, but fighting his way back. And I think it really has to do with the type of map. Is Cutterboy had a huge economy, 77 economic population, and 3 TP stagecoach for quite a while, but it just came down to having to transition to multiple mills, multiple estates, fishing boats that maybe did not have enough time to pay off. But yeah, I think maybe he didn't have to take that fight there. But wow, I'm curious to look at the post game graph there. And Ketterboy was ahead economically throughout the game, and villager population as well. He had that nice raid, but you know that might have been one of the game losing moments there, just sending all his cavalry in with the skirmishers completely unprotected. And you can definitely see that on this next graph, military unit population. I believe that is probably the fight, or maybe that was an earlier fight, one of these two. But yeah, Ketterboy ahead and then completely behind after that fight. Yeah, so risky moves, and I think that might have been just enough. But combined with the map as well, just very tough to beat a civ that doesn't need a lot of food. On this map, Dutch I think does quite well, and probably India as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this game. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.